tapping in.
Are we live?
Yo, I just watched that Twisted Tea video.
It's nasty, right?
That is
It's nasty.
poetic justice.
I like how you put that. Man. Yeah, that felt good, bro. That felt good, man.
That's poetic justice. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, it is a video of exactly what would happen if you call someone a nigga unprovoked. As a white man, calling a black man nigga unprovoked. That is exactly the outcome you should expect every time.
My guy was so patient with him too. My guy said, "Look, bro, don't call me a nigga, man." The critical moment in that video, G, is when homie drops the can. Cause he, as a dude who's been in that situation before, like I'm looking at bro to see like, all right, how is he gonna handle this? And he's very patient with him. He's very calm to the point where I wasn't sure if he was gonna do anything.
It doesn't look like you looked like he was gonna stop at some point.
And then he tried to flip the can, which is something that like you do when you're trying to be cool, like, you know what I mean? And he didn't catch it. I was like, man, now you gotta hit him. Now, you know what I mean? Because that's a you get in your head at that point. You might be like, man, I just lost my whole mojo. So when he picked the can back up, I was like, you gotta hit him, because now he's talking mad shit. Because homie tried to kick the can when it was on the ground, bro. And I'm glad if he had kicked the can, that whole thing I think goes a very different way, bro. But he happened to snatch the can up. And once he had the can, I was like, thank God he at least didn't let this man kick the can. It was a critical moment where you might lose all your momentum. Nah, he took that momentum. Brought it to that man's face with the can.
It looked like fireworks as the water exploded into mist. It was quite beautiful. I was like, damn, did Spielberg shoot this? This is very, very graphic. Is this CGI?
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, definitely the water gets the Grammy or the Oscar for supporting actor for sure. The Twisted Tea can is all over the place.
I'll tell you what though, there's a conversation to be had about being able to read when a fight's about to break out. And I don't know if that is a cultural thing. I don't know if that is a pigment thing. I don't know what it is, but as a man, it is very, very important to be able to read when a fight is about to go out. Because sometimes if you're reading this, it's too late. And now, you know, there's Twisted Tea exploding and you're like off of your head, because he had many a moments to be able to not get there. The man gave him plenty of opportunity to not get there. Throwing the can around means I'm still in a playful mood, so I can, we don't have to do this.
See, I think the dude knew that, like, I don't know, bro. Like the white dude looked like he was ready to lose a fight. You know what I mean? Like he didn't look like he was scared of it going to a physical place, but he also didn't look like he had any moves for a physical place. You know what I mean? It didn't look like anything was gonna stop him from talking his shit. Like, you know what I mean? So it didn't, you know what I mean? He didn't look like some dude that had never been punched in the face before. He looked like some dude that, because when the way he took it, when he was like, all right, you got it. That's an ass that has been whooped before. I don't think that's his first ass whooping, bro.
I mean, if you're gonna go around and being cavalier, calling people niggas out of nowhere, then I'm pretty sure that's not your first fight, because if that is an indication of how comfortable you are doing that, you've been confronted about that before, for sure.
Bruh. That's another thing to talk about, is what do you do when you feel that fight about to be in motion? Like, do you immediately back out the room? Because there's definitely people that go towards that fight. It's people that pull the phone out. You know what I mean? What is your instinct?
I've always been a person that tries to avoid fighting, and not because I'm afraid of fighting, but one, I believe in de-escalation. I think it's quite easy to de-escalate situations, and two, I'm not fully invested a lot of the times in trying to fight somebody. Now, if a situation pushes itself, me and you've been in situations where as boys we've had to handle what we've had to handle, how we've handled it. You know what I mean? But I definitely don't look for that I definitely don't look to move towards fighting because it's also uncool, man. Like the women don't enjoy watching men fight, and I've always been a dude who tries to be as tuned in as I can be with what the women are into. So I'm the dude who's talking to the women after the fight has occurred.
I don't know if that's always true. I've definitely been on some dates. I was at the movie theater one time, and this dude, as we're leaving the movie theater, this dude storms into the movie theater as if somebody had done him an egregious, disrespectful act. This man came back, oh, yeah, not gonna do that to me, walking past us. Now, the shorty I'm with stops and goes, I wonder what he's angry about. I said, we're not making it to this door quick enough, because whatever he is about to start is gonna end far from us, hopefully. I don't know if that's always the case, bro. And that's what I was asking. Like, I didn't mean to put you on the spot in terms of like, what do you do when somebody's trying to fight you? I'm saying in that room when you minding your own business, you feel that somebody's getting aggressive. You see some dude over there talking to his homie, like, man, pointing at some other dude, and the other dude is sitting there giving me mugging him, and a fight is about to break out. You know what I mean?
I gauge it. I gauge it, G, because I have to see are guns about to come? Like, I have to gauge it. If it looks like a situation where more than two dudes scrap, if it's not a scrap and it looks like it's about to be a brawl, I'm probably gonna find a way to keep whatever fit I have clean as it was when I got there, right? Especially if it doesn't concern me. Now, there's certain things you can pick up when dudes is about to get into that hammer talk. And so if I see that coming, then I'll move. Like, the people that shoot guns don't say that they're going to shoot the guns. They shoot the guns is what happens. So you need to be very vigilant and realize, okay, this is a situation where there are people not talking who look like they'd still take this thing to the next level. Avoid of those circumstances. I'll watch a good fight now and then, dude. It's entertaining. I'll stick around and I'll watch it happen and comment,
I feel you. That's what I'm saying is like, it's really such a gender thing. I think it's just more basic down to the type of person you are in terms of fight or flight. Like some people, especially so when it doesn't involve you, some people are still like, let's get up on out of here, or at least let's check for the exits. Some people are like, ooh, and those are the people that usually end up like recording it on their camera. You know what I mean? That are shouting world star, that are, there's some instigators too. Some people love to instigate a fight. So I'm like, man, there's a lot of, if I had been there in that Twisted Tea shop, I'm like you, I probably would have seen like, they arguing. Nah, matter of fact, I don't know. Because what do you do? Because if he's saying nigga as a black person in the vicinity, then you got to kind of come up and just be like, hey, bro, like.
Not if I see this dude spitting Twisted Tea cans in his hand, because I know what that means. That means he's got this situation figured out. This man is a man weighing his options. I'm not gonna step in unless I need to. You know what I'm saying? Now, if this man was being coy about it and everything, and I see this dude being aggressive, then chances are we'd have to check him. You know what I'm saying? Just let him know that the fire that he's coming with can be met with fire sometimes, and so just put somebody in place. Yeah, put somebody in place. And somebody like that, embarrassing them is always the best way to be able to do that. And you can do that on a very intellectual level very easily. Somebody that's acting out of rage is easy to break down intellectually because they're not thinking logically.
See?
Did that all right?
I like your stuff. Doug, are you Big Boy from Outkast? I think I appreciate you, my G, because I think that leaves me with a very confident sense that had you been there, that either you would have allowed Homeboy to handle that, and we still would have gotten to see that Twisted Tea firework explosion, or there would have been a wet floor sign came out of nowhere, smack Buddy upside his head.
Yo, and
had a whole different vibe video.
There's a story that me and you went through when we had to confront somebody, and I'll get right to that